Hello everyone, welcome back to Games on Fast Forward 2026. We have, I believe, three games in a row run by DBcade, yours truly here. Take it away.
Hey, thanks so much for the nice introduction. My name is DBcade. I am running Bruce Lee Game of Death Typing. It's got a much longer title name than that.
Yeah.
But basically, this is an extremely rare typing game that I won on a bid. I've been trying to get this in my hands. The box is right here. It's by eFrontier, actually. And eFrontier is known, I'll just say right off the bat, they kind of put half-ass efforts into their typing games, but like the typing game itself is hilarious, and Game of Death in general has some like kind of moments to it. You do see Chuck Norris on the cover here, so I'm just gonna get to it, and I'll explain about the game and talk about some other typing stuff. Let's go ahead and do a speed run. So, first thing we do here is we're gonna load into the settings fully. I might have to use the mouse back here. Yeah. So I'm just gonna show the settings real quick, and we're changing the difficulty, and we're gonna go to the Dragon's Road mode, which is for beginners, because this game is unbelievably punishing. Like, also it uses really old like Japanese, so because of that, oh, by the way, if you're wondering, just to shout out the computer, this is a Toshiba Dynabook. It's ridiculously old. And it's how I run most of my old stuff. So I bought a special capture for this event, and I'll use it here throughout, but this is the first time that Game of Death typing is going to look this beautiful.
That's cool.
So we're going to click here. Time is going to start when I hit. Okay, you'll see me turn my head probably right now. It looks like I have to use the mouse. But if everyone's ready, I know I'm ready.
Yep.
I got the fingers.
Give me a countdown.
2, 1, go. All right, so this is running on sticks and stones with the PC, so I'm probably going to get an error real quick. Don't worry about that. We're just going to hit OK a lot here, and it's going to go away. That's just kind of like a runtime error, and we're going to go right to Sudan. And so basically, this game uses old spelling for Romaji, which is the way you say you would spell like Japanese words in English. So not a good tool for learning, but a great tool for when you're trying to typing, because they make a lot of the words shorter. And so I will actually be using the English. But if, for example, I see a word I know, maybe if I type it the Japanese way, it's easier to get out for me, but it's more possible that I could make a mistake. And if you're wondering about Game of Death is awesome, by the way. If no one has seen it, or just in general, any of the Bruce Lee movies are. I would say that Game of Death, the ending of Game of Death is the best, and that's kind of what this is. As I beat up our first guy here. This is actually from like the opening scene of like one of the opening scenes of Game of Death. Is like the first guy you fight, and we've defeated him. You see that we get into these hyper modes sometimes. There's not too much to this game. I'm gonna let this click through because I want to show the time. Second stage here. And we are going to fight Chuck Norris. Why are we fighting Chuck Norris? Didn't we fight Chuck Norris in another movie? The answer is yes, we did. But Game of Death was sadly filmed or finished after Bruce Lee's passing. And he finished the movie before that in America. I want to say it was Enter the Dragon was the one that he finished in the States. He only made about not made, but only starred in about four or five of the Kung Fu movies. Big Boss is my favorite. But yeah, Enter the Dragon's also absolutely fantastic. It's considered one of the best. And so in the middle of production of Game of Death, he was flown out to America, and they finished the movie. They finished filming the movie there, and so he passed away. And so they only had filmed. He filmed the end of Game of Death first, and so luckily they had all that footage. And so they just kind of like reused the Chuck Norris fight from the previous two movies ago. But this was a very timely game, because I actually just finished watching all of the Bruce Lee movies, and there seems to be kind of like a resurgence. But yeah, an amazing movie series. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I would just say, if you like Kung Fu and you haven't seen a Bruce Lee movie, I don't know what you're doing. Like, you need to put that on your like list of things to do. Fantastic series. And Game of Death, what we did is when we watched all these movies together, we didn't watch it last. We watched Enter the Dragon last, because we knew that Game of Death was kind of like oddly paced. I mean, there's literally cut and paste moments where they like cut Bruce Lee's face over other characters because, and they had two fake Bruce Lees in the actual movies. They had one fake Bruce Lee who looks more like Bruce Lee, and he looks really cool. He's like at the beginning of the movie where he's like fighting in a garden, and he's really trying, but he doesn't have the speed that Bruce Lee had, and doesn't have the skill. Like, it is very obvious, but he does look like he looks like Bruce Lee. And then later on, they were like, okay, maybe we need to get rid of this guy. So they got another guy who doesn't really look like, you can tell if it's not from like filmed from the back, like he does not look like Bruce Lee, but he's up there, like he's like close to Bruce Lee's level. And so yeah, this game is like infamous for just having, you know, those scenes like that. And I don't, it's one of those things you have to see for yourself, where you're like, nah, I can't be like that fake. Copy and paste. Yeah, it's literally like you will be like, what? This can't be for real. Like, you know, this is how they did Saving Grace. But I'm glad they did, because it's you get some great fight scenes. One of these is we're fighting the kind of, not the boss's like right hand man, and we actually fight him in this like tower chamber. They've kind of done this a little bit out of order, but yeah, this guy gets like, he gets his face pushed in. And so what they've done for this game is they've taken clips of all the like best, I guess, attack moments and put them in, and then they just had like Bruce Lee scream at you when he goes into hyper mode or he gets something wrong. So I haven't really made too many mistakes. So if I make a typing mistake in this game, you'll see that the red gauge on the opponent's side will go up, and they can actually use their super move too. And in fact, theirs does twice as much as mine, even on easy mode. And then if I take too long on a move, they'll actually do damage to me. You don't have to actually finish with a super attack, but if you're playing really well, usually it can time out that way. But it's the RNG is the word base. So the word bank in this game is completely, it's just pulling from a random word bank. So there's no seeds in this game. It's just shuffling, which is why in the same match sometimes you can get the same like set of words 3 or 4 times. Okay, it is loading process. All right. So this guy, this is where the game starts getting touched. As you can see, we're kind of going up on the chambers all the way to the top, where we will fight. If anyone knows who we fight, actually, I don't want to spoil it yet. If you're, because you most likely you're gonna be watching this on the channel for the first time, and I'll just say that whatever superstar you're thinking of in your head, I give you a little hint there, but it is not. It is not who you're thinking.
Okay.
yeah, see how the words, they're just becoming really long sentences now. So, kuro shite so tate tekita. So, a lot of times, the enemy now has a really short timer. And so what this game actually is testing is not only your speed, but your miscount. So if you make a miss, I think it's like 4 or 5. Oh, my mouse was in the way. I can't see the letter. It's K. Okay. Then you can get hit out of like that. Okay. So that's what we didn't want to happen. That's okay though. I forgot to move the mouse out of the way. By the way, feel free to remind me in chat if I don't move the mouse out of the way. You gotta love these little like Bruce Lee tones. I hope the volume's loud because that
I can turn it
that's
on.
what makes it cool. Oh yeah. Turn it up if you can, especially at the last fight because it gets really loud. And you should, especially like during the hyper move where it's just like he only does that when he's spinning nunchucks, which Bruce Lee was like a world class proficiency level at. Like it is unbelievable what he could do with nunchucks. Not only being able to punch fast, but like nunchucks are, by the way, like classified as deadly weapons. Like you're not allowed to just walk around with nunchucks. I didn't know that until I started watching. I was like, man, people should just hold nunchucks. Yeah, they're considered like real weapons. Like you can get arrested for having them because 1 or 2 hits from them, they like can kill someone. Just they're no joke. But he doesn't actually like use most of the nunchucks in these clips, but they just took some of the funnier. He always has his mouth open there too. I can't even focus sometimes. It's like, what? You couldn't have got a better camera shot. So yeah, if you're wondering like, oh, like wow, they really just threw this together. Yeah, eFrontier has a really, really large catalog of typing games. I just got another typing game for Mazinger Z, and that game is way less fancy than this one. That one, literally, you just type, and then in the middle, it has like 3 sections, and it'll play the theme song from the show, and when you get to the 1/3 of it, it'll like switch to like the intent section, and then the other half, the 2/3, it'll play the theme song, like, oh yeah, you're about to win, and it does that for every single stage. And it even has like in between each section, it'll be like, it'll do stuff like this. Will be like, it'll have the Mazinger set. So this is just like the best. It's like, damn, look at that face. He's like, I got bodied. No. I didn't actually know his name, but a lot of what Game of Death and the Bruce Lee movies are about are like the Japanese in like, you know, they kind of like took over, not kind of, they took over China and Korea during the war and weren't like very friendly to everyone, and so like it's usually about like, yeah, we gotta like get these guys out of our land and like save the neighborhood. And so like as much of the story, I would love to talk about the Game of Death story, but actually like it's barely held together. Like his girlfriend gets hit. Oh yeah, he has to like fake his death. So the story is the gang is like going after him, this like I don't even know if they're like American or Japanese or what. They're just like some business conglomerate, and it's like run by this like evil, like, you know, beard having like you know Dr. Robotnik type, you know, like old guy at the type. And so he's chasing after Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee's like, okay, I gotta protect my loved ones, and he's worried about them going after his girlfriend, so he fakes his death. And so I don't know how, because like the makeup is really bad. Like it's clearly Bruce Lee and like a mustache, but whatever. They get fooled, and like his girlfriend is, she's like, oh man, I can't hang out with Bruce Lee anymore. Like I'm all sad, and she's mentally not doing well. But she becomes to be she starts to get suspicious, and Bruce Lee realizes that the gang is like that conglomerate, like that business conglomerate. I think it was that they originally wanted Bruce Lee to like participate in their tournament, but it wasn't on the up and up, so he was like, no, I can't do that, even if you pay me money. And so a lot of confusing scenes after, and him being chased on. He's wearing like this yellow suit in the movie too, and he's like beating guys in like a box filled like what do you call it, like warehouse? It's like it's just a warehouse with boxes. I don't even know what the warehouse is. He kicks everyone's butt, and then he's like, you know what? Time to reveal who I truly am. And so he just goes to their hideout, and that's where the scene really. Most of the scenes from this game are in. He's going up this traditional, like kind of like my room, Washitsu style, like Japanese style house, and just going up the stairs. It's literally like a video game, and he's like defeating boss after boss. He defeats like 5 enemies, and this guy he's fighting right now uses like karate, and so the first guy he fought was just kind of like, I think Chinese, but I don't know what kind of was wushu or what martial artist style was being used. But waiting for him at the top is a very, very special guest. Has anyone guessed it? It is famous basketball. I think I'm saying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think I said his name right. Yeah, that is the final boss. And so the reason that a basketball player is the final boss in this game is that in real life, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Bruce Lee were actually friends in real life, and he trained under Bruce Lee.
Oh, wow.
And so I guess Bruce Lee was just like, you're going to be in my movie, and you're going to be basically the big bad. And they do have an awesome fight, because it's basically giant reach, and giant reach versus like quick speed, like speed and strength, or sorry, like strength and reach versus like speed and accuracy. And it is one of the best fights. Like, for any reason alone, it's worth watching the movie just for that fight. And even to this day, like, he speaks very highly. And unfortunately, like, since Bruce Lee passed at such an early age, like, this really is kind of like the last footage we have of him. And that's also why I think people were so pressed. Because if it was like this happened in present day, they'd be like, yeah, we got to can this movie. Like, it's not fun. But people were just so pressed for more Bruce Lee content. And I understand why. After watching all the movies in like a period of 2 months, some that I hadn't even watched, like Big Boss, I was like, yeah, there is something very magical about this. This fake oh no! Oh please! Show me. All right. Last fight. Yeah. I think I'm giving all the information correctly. Yeah. I'll talk about my little notes here, but yeah, Hapkido was played by Ji Han Jae. So I know, there was a Korean Korean martial artists in this, a lot of Korean martial artists in this movie as well. It truly was like, get the mouse out of the way. Oh no! He used his famous attack. Yeah, he has this like, he gets knocked down in this movie, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he uses this like double fist like like Hado move. It is pretty cool. He also is fighting in like tighty whities in this. I don't know, like, you're not mistaken. I guess everyone was just chilling. Like, I don't know if this is supposed to be like representative of like what's that, like an opium den or something? Like, I have no idea what it was in this movie. They don't really explain that much. So there's an example. I was reading the Japanese, so I spelled it normally, and now it's extended all the letters by a bit. So the reason why I don't play this on normal is that in my normal playthrough, I barely got through this mission. And in hard, when you get to stage 5, the timer is really cool, and you can't make all but 2 mistakes. So I tend to type at an okay speed, but I type with like low accuracy. So I think that's most people. Like, I don't know. I don't know how most people type.
It's definitely me too.
I imagine most of it. Right? Yeah. When you're typing, you're not like, you'll proof check after.
Yeah.
But this game wants you to be perfect. Like, you better not be making any mistakes, and you better be typing it basically. I forget what the old like word requirements are, but it feels like 170 words, probably more. Probably like, it feels like 300 words per minute. So I just can't do hard mode when I get to the 3rd stage. I can clear the first few stages, and then when it gets to the sentences, I'm like, no, this isn't. I'm not like they want you to just be a professional. So just be aware. If you ever do get a new Frontier game, they all have kind of the same scaling for difficulty the way the game's done. The cool thing about this game, though, is it has like an extra training mode that's a lot of fun, and the music, by the way, is awesome. I'm trying to talk a lot over it, but you probably, just heads up, you're gonna not be able to monetize this video because you'll get views on it, but you won't be able to monetize it because the company that owns all the Bruce Lee stuff, they're very protective of their property, but they're lax on letting people use it. They're just like, if you try and make money off it, they're like, I don't think so. But who knows? It might actually get through. It is amazing, though. So I'm glad that it gets to stay in the video. Kamino Ku. Let's do it. Mabushi. Hikari ga Zakuten nano desu. Anagurashi wo kakete iru. So yeah, it's just full sentences now. Most of it's like, oh, I can't believe how bright it is in this tunnel. Like, oh yeah, like something about preparing meat right now. And then there's like, a lot of them are just taunts. So they're actually saying kind of funny stuff, but like this one's saying digital music site is the future. What do you like? This very like strange conversation out of nowhere. Oh, I did not get to use my Superman. I got bodied. I am trying to go for a world record here. I'm not being too concerned with the time. We're just gonna focus on flying our fist out with our keyboard. 61 hit combo. If you hit someone 60 61 times. I don't think they're getting it. But I'm gonna be quiet during the next one. So I really want the audio to come through. I would actually say you can bump up the audio at the end here because we can just have a good time.
I think it's already
I've actually never.
It's about as loud as your voice right now.
Oh, nice. Okay, now. Yeah, but we're coming down to like the final stretch, and the difficulty actually goes up by a notch at the very end. So it's technically the difficulty right now is about in normal or hard. No, 46 combo, and that is GG.
Is that time?
Ooh, that is time.
Time.
As we get our final victory here. I'm really happy that I got to show this one off. Thank you so much for letting me be here and show this just absolutely just nuts typing game. And I'll let the ending play out here because hopefully it'll play out for the whole channel. But yeah, Game of Death is, you know, at least look up scenes from the movie. It'll make more sense. It literally is just a video game. At the end, you're going up the levels, and this is the big bad guy at the end here. And he just runs away. By the way, he I think falls off the building or something like that. Like, you chased him out the escape. It's really, really entertaining, and this is still the best E-Frontier typing game that I have. I think they put a little bit more effort and hilarity into it than the other games because they were just like, it's Bruce Lee. And there's actually one more version of this that's out there. And so if you're a game collector, I'll just say that there's a different color box of this. And I don't know if the contents are completely different because that version is wild, even more rare than this version that I'm holding in my hand. I think I saw it on auction for like $2,000.
Oh wow!
It's the same company, so it's probably the same game, but I just haven't, other than scans and stuff, I haven't actually been able to compare if the contents are different. But E-Frontier is definitely a really funny company, and they make typing games. they just make typing games. Yeah, what else to say? I've got a few more runs coming up. It's really been awesome being here at the Fast Games on Fast Forward. I was surprised that this got an event, but I feel like Bruce Lee has world appeal. Like, if you don't know who Bruce Lee is, like,
you can't not know who it is. Yeah.
Yeah, like you've just been living under a rock. But so yeah, just it's funny that also the only typing games of Bruce Lee are of the Game of Death series. The other games, there are some like Super Famicom games and other stuff, but I just wanted to bring something unique. And then on my channel, I run a lot of these really rare typing games. And yeah, if you're sitting there thinking, well, I can type faster than you, I believe you. And I encourage you to search for this game. I am, again, running it on an older computer, so you would have to get that. But it has been so much fun being here. And if you have any questions, just hit me up on Discord or leave a message in the comments on the VOD. Make sure that you're subscribing to this channel. Is it going to be on the !YT channel?
Oh, it's going to be on the Games on Fast Forward exclusive YouTube channel, actually.
Oh, there you go. So if you're watching this right now, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And share with your friends. Be like, did you guys know there's a Bruce Lee typing game? so, there is. And I'm going to show off some more stuff. And thank you, and see you soon.